checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Fields this way up at the 17, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Complete. It's Henry. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Here's Jones. Off play action. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Dolphin football. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Run.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Point it right. Hurry.
Play fake. Mayfield. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hey, hold on.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hey, 33.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Regular. King. Hurry.
Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2nd and 5 now. Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't,
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken just shy of the 10. And now the rookie's free. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. It's an 89-yard kick return. And the Patriots have regained the lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. A short kick taken at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Mayfield off the play fake. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Alert, alert, alert.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Mayfield. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Hey, alert 33.
First down, Mayfield. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Pulls it in at the 13. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Room here to run.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
With wide receiver screens, the timing has to be good, and it was on this play. How about the blocking he received right after the catch?
Yeah, that was great. That opened the hole for that big gain. Back to throw. Jones. Parker's got it for a Patriots touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headline. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
It's complete to Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jones. He's got a man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is down to a field goal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Run. Hurry.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. They're going deep for Hill. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing Jones. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the 29, Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd down, Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Big time, let's go, boys, let's go!
They go play action. Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And Troy Pride that time gets the tackle.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Shoves him away. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Folk's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield. throw incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Johnson on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hurry!
Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Baker. He's got to complete to Waddle. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Alert!
Mayfield. Another catch there for Waddle. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that
point. So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
Okay, ready?
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Jones. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Folk's kick is good. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, that's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Mayfield to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
King! Hey, alert 33!
Fourth down, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with a...